Sandy, Marine had a plus 23 playing most of her minutes in the second half. I'm just curious if you could take me through the decision to give her the run that you gave her in the second half.
Yeah, look, we believe in Marine. She had, the first half was a little shaky for her, but we just wanted to go out there and play hard. And I thought she did that defensively. They have to guard her. And she's a great passer and facilitator. And obviously we had to put a big load on Sabrina and, just go find joy in how you play. I think that's when she's at our best. And it's great. We needed it, because it was trying hard to find some energy. And we finally found it. And so, proud of how we responded and finally got this win against a really good team.
And Stewie, for you, I guess, when was the last time you played or started at the small forward position? Because I think the finals?
Not started, though.
I don't know. Yeah.
Finished, yeah.
In this big
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the finals, honestly, and probably in the preseason game a little bit when we had, all those people. But with our offense, it's nothing
Right.
kind of different. And at the same time, we put the people in the spots that we want them to be. So whether you're at 3 or at 4, if we want to run the action for you, you're in it.
And I guess just if you could explain to me how throughout the game you were very intentional about the different matchups you were looking to exploit.
Yeah, so when I'm starting at the 3, basically I'm guarding a guard. So when they shoot it, I'm trying to get a good position on them because they're probably matched up with me. So if I can get it, especially post-up touch and transition, then going to do that and really seeing what they're going to do with Sab and I in a 2-man action when it's guard to guard, because usually it's a switch, and then creating some type of confusion to get an open shot.
And then Sabrina, just that end of the third flurry that you kind of had, I think you scored 11 of your points there. Just how much of a lift did that provide and what kind of was going for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just understanding how defenses are playing, and obviously, whether it's me, whether it's Stewie, we just got to try and pick our moments and understand how defenses are guarding us and ways that we can continue to attack. Was really proud of the way that we fought, and obviously that game could have easily gone the other direction and us just kind of giving up and being frustrated. And I think you were able to see a team that stayed together, dug really deep, and then kind of just figured it out on the fly. And I'm really impressed with our ability to do that because we haven't been put in that situation this year to go down that big and have to try and dig our way out of a hole. And I think, all these experiences are just going to help us as we continue to play in games and the season goes on.
Coach, right here, you chose a denim jacket to stay cool, and your team showed that coolness in the middle of the third quarter. You mentioned Jalen. I was going to ask you about bringing her into the game to give y'all that energy boost. Can you just talk about that and how you felt you'd be able to win the rebound battle tonight? And as well for you, Sabrina, how you felt about your rebounding tonight, getting 7 rebounds.
Yeah, look, I think we just it was still so passive when we were out there. So I was just we needed some speed, and that's what Jalen brings us. It's just to pattern interrupt. Let's get out, whatever happened at the start of the game, we can change it. We have great players. But it was more, that she came in and did her role. And it was a great 8.5 minutes, and it gave us a lot of energy. Gave these a little bit of rest, but when someone plays that hard, the rest of them kind of react to it. And then I think she sparked it. Niara did as well. I thought she did as well. And then we played with the urgency. We got back to playing Liberty basketball. So really proud. We have to grind it out. That's a great win for us against a really good team.
Hi, this is one for Sabrina, one for Breanna. Sabrina, tonight you broke a tie with Breanna Stewart for most overall 30-point Liberty games. Your first points in the W came against Breanna Stewart. Where do you think your biggest developments as a scorer have been from then till now? And Breanna, conversely, where do you think Sabrina has improved as a scorer from her rookie year till now?
Yeah, I mean, I think just obviously learning, continuing to grow, get better, find ways that I can better my game, not only as a ball handler, but as a wing as well, a screener, being able to be put in different positions. And obviously you just get that through experience. And yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be going back and forth for a really long time. So obviously super excited to even be in conversation with Stewie, someone I look up to, and have been able to watch even when I was younger and just see how she's been able to continue to be great in everything that she does. And I feel like we're going to continue to do the best we can to lead this team and get wins.
Yeah, that was really cute. I mean, I think like her scoring, Sab's a scorer. I think she's continued to develop the ways in which she scored, you know, especially in her rookie year. It's like, you know, she's a shooter, you know, she wants to go left, you know, these type of things. And now she kind of gives people different looks, whether it's getting to the basket, boards, finishes, threes, mid-ranges, like the ability to score in multiple ways makes it really hard for people to guard it, and just happy with the way that she continues to develop her game. And yeah, we'll just be fighting back and forth for 30 balls at this point.
Hello, all. Congrats on the win. My first question will be for Coach. 3:58 mark of the third period. You call a timeout. Basically, what was your message to the team at that point? What's repeatable anyway?
I don't think you should. Can you say it?
Not here. No. I can't remember what I did there.
can't remember either.
And look, I think it's just stay the course. We just got to dig deeper.
You were positive.
I was positive.
Really positive.
I was.
I threw my water.
At that time, I was pretty positive.
Stewie wasn't.
I was
Yeah, the rest of the game, yeah. But you try everything to try and motivate them and to push them, and you know, sometimes they might want to get in their own heads when things are not going well. So I was just like, okay, let's go. You just got to stay in the moment and be intentional. And I thought we just came out with the urgency, and as things started to go our way. You know, when you have some winning plays, it changes momentum, and we changed the momentum.
On that note, the players, knowing that the message now was positive, who are more comfortable answering this, by the way, knowing that message was positive, what does it mean to have that voice, that guiding light, that positivity, even when things aren't going your way on the scoreboard? Appreciate your time and insight.
Well, it wasn't very positive at halftime, so yeah, we were just evening
She
it
was
out.
making up for lost. I mean, I think it's important. I mean, I think obviously our frustration comes from wanting to be perfect, wanting to be great. It's not anything out of a selfish nature. It's just everyone wanting to do so much for the team. And sometimes you just need a coach to be able to come in and get you out of your own head and continue to uplift you. And obviously that's Sandy. She's super positive. She continues to pour into us. And I think our ability to be able to respond while she's that positive is super important.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. My question is for Coach Sandy. In that fourth quarter, a little bit under 4 minutes, Tosh had that huge and one play that shifted the tone for the team, and you guys went on at 26-13 run. You didn't have the best shooting night statistically, but just talk about how that play set the tone for the team to really come back.
Yeah, it was massive. I think, Tash wasn't getting into the game offensively or impacting defensively as she usually would. And, Jalen came in and gave us that energy, but we believe 100% in what Tash brings to us. So I was calling plays for her, trying to get the ability to go downhill. They didn't really want to switch all the time. And she made plays. So I was just really, really happy. And she can be impactful. Yes, she's always going to bring that effort and defense, but we need her being aggressive. And that was a massive play because that did change momentum and just gave us a little bit more energy to finish the game.
Hello all. Congrats on the win. Sandy, you mentioned Niara a couple times, but just a little bit more on her. I mean, she had that steal that reminisced of Game 5 at the final.
Game 5, wasn't it? I was thinking that as when it happened. I'm like, oh, here it goes again.
So just speak more about her. I mean, coming back, just only playing a couple of games, immediate impact just already. Just what have you seen from her in such a short time?
She's great. We think her ceiling is so high, and it's just about keeping her healthy. And, I overplayed her in that last game. So today I was just limiting her minutes, sharing them with JJ because I didn't want to kill her either. She hasn't played for a while. But we believe in her, and she's got this big physical body. I mean, I know we're out of position, and you remember the side pick and roll where they did a stagger on the weak side and we should have been watching the ball, but she late rotated and got the block against Hillman. She just does so many things, and she always brings that effort. So now, it's just more getting her more reps. Whether we stay with this big starting lineup, we'll see. But we haven't practiced that all season long. So, yeah, not at all. But she made the big three in the corner. We believe in her. So we're going to keep pouring into her, and she's going to always give 100%.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, ladies, great win. Thank you for your time. Coach, Sabrina has had back-to-back 30-point games for the first time in her career. Second time in New York Liberty history. Would you like to take a guess who has the first?
Stewie.
Yeah, right next to you. Can you just speak about how? Can you just speak about how big it was? How much you needed this game from Sab, and how big it is to have two dynamic scorers to your left and right at any moment to go off in a night like this.
Yeah, look, I'm the lucky one. I get to coach greatness because that's what they are. I mean, they're the best of the best, and they're just so competitive and with what they do. But Sabrina, she shot the lights out today in practice. She's been shooting the lights out all season long, and we knew this was, if we could just set a good screen, because of how the post players would defend, she would do the rest. But it wasn't just shooting threes, her ability to get downhill. I just think she just continues to grow her game. She's a 3-level scorer. She's money. I think these two together, it's a lethal combination, and it was fun. It was fun to watch.
Thank you.
Hey, Sab, I wanted to ask you about Breanna because tie game late, and she hits back-to-back shots in the paint with step-throughs, with moves in the paint. Really tough defense that she's facing, a lot of different looks, and the last one I know was past BG. You had Ryan all over. What did you see about her game, just kind of sticking with it as being instrumental in that comeback?
Yeah, I mean, this is what she does. I mean, she hits big shot after big shot, and we trust her in that position to go and help us win. And obviously her patience to understand BG was going to try and go for a block, and her step through was money. And so I think for us, it was just continuing to find ways to get her easy looks. Obviously that's my job, and continuing for us to talk through ways that we can get each other open, because obviously we face the best defenses every night. And I think it's been fun being able to just continue to just expand on like basketball IQ and figuring out how they're guarding when she's at the 3, when she's at the 4. And it's kind of that stuff as basketball players you just love to do, is continuing to find ways to operate. It's like a chess match. And so for us, obviously those 2 shots, her 3 was huge as well. JJ played, huge minutes for us as well. And so it was just a total team effort, but obviously just thankful we were able to grind out a win.
Hi, Sandy. Feel like everyone at this point knows that when JJ has a double-double, you guys are probably going to win the game. She ended up getting it tonight on that possession where you guys took the lead, pulling down 2 rebounds. Just wondering what it is about her presence that makes it, such a guarantee when she's able to contribute like that.
Yeah, look, I mean, it was great to have her back. Obviously, she 100%, conditioned. She was a bit winded. Has to get her legs back under her. But she competed so hard, and she's just impactful. I know it was hard to get her going early in the game and against Breanna, but I thought, how she helps us, her defense was solid. She's always going to be on the boards. She made that big 3. She's reliable, we know. And now it's about just reconditioning her in these next games. But yeah, every time she gets a double-double, that certainly helps. But I was proud that we actually did way better on the rebounding. It's something that we've been speaking about all season long. And that's what we need. It's not just JJ, but obviously you talked about Sabrina and Stewie and all players getting in there and getting into the fight.
Take one more question.
Sabrina, you talked about after the game how you all kind of woke up defensively in the second half and facing a dream team where Ryan Howard is coming off record-breaking performances. Alicia Gray just hit her career high. What did it take defensively to really slow them down tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it took everything. It took all 5 players that were on the court to be able to communicate and understand what they were doing. And I think it's a great learning experience for us to be able to see. They hit so many shots, I felt like, in that first half, and we kind of just hung our heads and were upset about it. And I think the second half, we were able to see we were just a lot more disruptive. We were flying out, whether they made it or missed it. We were just taking the ball out of the net and going down the other end and not really playing, to the score. And I think that's why we ended up going on the runs that we did. We just played through it. And for us, obviously, it starts defensively. Like when we're able to get stops and steals and deflections, we're able to run in transition on offense and get easy looks, whether it's for layups or 3s. And so obviously, I think our ability to just stick with it for 40 minutes helped us get this win.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.